I fake night, but I stay late starting today, guys, because I just overslept. So give me a few minutes. Give me a minute or two to sorting something out. Hey, Carolyn. I hope you're okay, because I've not seen you for a while. You have to excuse me today as well, guys, because I think I've got a bit of a cold. Yesterday I was sneezing. This morning I've woke up with a little bit of a sore throat and streamy eyes as well. So I think I got cold. Okay, let's see if we can get some wins today. Been finding it really hard to get crown wins just lately. Day before yesterday, I lost 6 crowns. Yesterday, I lost 5. No worries, Carolyn. It just worried me a bit because I hadn't heard anything from you. Thought something may have happened or something. So as you can see, guys, I came back on here last night and I fought my hardest to get the crown. So I have the crown to start off with. All I've got to do is just try and win the game with it now to get a crown win. My sister-in-law's got to do all that next week, Carolyn. Well, as from next week. In the next couple of weeks, she'll be moving into her new house. I honestly do not like the way that this takes ages to land now. So I was going to do my other game today, but where I was up late, I decided to just do Fortnite again. It's quick and easy to set up on my OBS, so the other game I just have to I have to redo all of the details in the OBS, and I have to reset the game. So I just thought, as being as it was just after 2 o'clock already, I'll just do this for now, for today. I will play my other game again, so I do like it. It's just the fact that it's really hard to do some of the missions because you try and get the people that you've got to get, and they run off before you can even get them. Especially when they're in cars, so they go off in a car and you're on foot. You don't have a chance to get a car. By the time you've got a car, they're gone. So you failed the mission. It's crazy. So that's just a game that just takes time, to be honest. But I will play it again, don't worry. I haven't abandoned it. I'm just going to take my time with it, that's all. I'm not going to rush it. Where'd you go? There you are. So I don't know if you see what's happening there, guys, but every hit I'm trying to hit him with is totally missing completely. Where's that other guy? Can't see him. He's well gone now. I tried to get him. He's too far away. I think that's the biggest process, isn't it, of moving, is sorting things out afterwards. Where everything's going and stuff. Let's see if it goes over there still. If you hear anything in the background, guys, it's my cat. She's going on a mental stage at the minute. She like runs up and down my living room floor, just being scatty all the time.
Oh yeah.
Hello. You alright?
Yeah. It's a bit whacked. Overall. But I'm
Yeah,
alright in general.
You started worrying me and Ashley because we hadn't seen you for a while.
Nice to know as you worry about me. But I'm okay, thanks.
We just didn't know whether like anything had happened or anything because like normally you come and say like how your day's been and stuff. But yeah, we hadn't seen you for like a couple of days. It started to worry us.
No, it's just literally all last week I was back and forth to my mum and dad's, helping them to get everything moved. The only day I didn't do that was the Tuesday.
Yeah, see, it's like Ashley just said, right? She's got a big house now all to herself, right? And it's really hard for her to cope with that place. She needs to She needs to try and move and find a 1-bedroom as well. Because
my mum and dad had no choice in the matter.
Oh.
Well, my mum's just retired.
Yeah.
right? Because it was a whatever birthday on the 27th of February. Right, so she's just retired. So the 2-bedroom flat that they had was private landlord, and they were paying something like 500 odd per month. And there was no way that they could afford that once my mum retired. So they've been trying to sort out a council place. Right, social housing, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, just like my sister-in-law has.
Yeah. And it's took them a while to go through. But anyways, they got a phone call telling them about this bungalow.
Yeah, that's what my brother's just got.
And
funny.
and they had to say yes, else they would have, they might very well have lost.
Yeah, that's it. My sister-in-law has to do the same, and she had because she had to try and get carpets, right? And if she hadn't got the carpets within a couple of weeks they've given them to move in, then they would have given the house to someone else.
Yeah.
So she's had to get carpets now, and look happens she's been able to sort the carpets out, so they're getting fitted this week, sometime, and then they'll be moving in over the next few weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, all social housing, they give you 2 to 4 weeks.
Mine didn't. Mine just said that. Mine just said that I had to agree to take place or not if I wanted it, because they can give it to somebody else if I don't want it. And then they didn't give me weeks to move in. They said that I could move in as long as it was I think it was in a few months. They gave me a few months to be able to move everything because they knew my situation and stuff.
It
as
differs.
Well at the same time.
I think it can differ according to who the local authority is.
But that is really funny because your mum's situation is just exactly the same as my brother and sister-in-law's. Because my brother and sister-in-law was paying something like £700-800 a month for rent for their place, and the 2 private landlords. So she was getting nothing done in the house, no repairs or nothing. It's freezing cold in the house, and every now and again it leaks in the rain. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was literally getting nothing done, so they put themselves on the council list as well. And obviously you have to wait a very, very long time down here on the council list. They've been on that for about 3 or 4 years now on the council list.
Yeah.
And they've only just got offered a place.
It can differ. I mean, I know that I myself was quite lucky when I got my first flat and when I got this flat as well, the one that I'm in now. So I know that I was quite lucky, but it can differ. It all depends on your housing situation and how many people are moving with you and stuff, and your age and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And my mum and dad were probably lower on the list because they got somewhere. All right, they might not have been able to afford it, but they did have somewhere. So they were lower on the list than someone that didn't technically have anywhere. And then they've been applying. You have to now apply for places. You don't just get given a list. You have to apply.
Yeah, just like they did.
Yeah, so you have to keep doing that. And then I think they said, my mum told me that they got offered one place, but it was a first floor flat, which they did refuse because they don't want to be going up and down the stairs. They wanted something on the ground. Understandable.
The guys just took my crown now.
Right. But then this one, I think this is the second thing that they've been offered. And they were offered it purely because the person that was supposed to have it couldn't get it for some reason. And they were the next on the list. It's not exactly where they wanted to be, but it is a 1-bedroom bungalow. And it's suitable and everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they've
Exactly.
moved from
Well, it's
they've
funny
moved from
because
Pensford. They've moved to Heath Hayes, so they're a bit more out in the sticks.
at the moment my brother was like half an hour away from me, so like I'd have to walk half an hour to get to his house.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really funny how it's all worked out because they've been offered this place now, and this place is only like 10 minutes up the road from me.
Well, that's good.
So I go out of my street, turn the corner, go up 2 roads, turn again, go down a little bit, and I'm at my brother's house.
Yeah.
Which is better for me because I can go and see my nieces a lot more.
The 1-bedroom bungalow
get
that
out.
we've got off the council will be a lot cheaper, Ashley. I think it's about $300 a month.
So my place, because my place is like a studio flat, yeah. My place is a 1-bedroom flat, but it looks like a house on the outside because it's upstairs. So you come through my front door, and as you come through my front door, you've got stairs, steps straight up into the hallway, and then it goes on to the bathroom and everything like that. So it looks like a house, but it's a flat. This started off at $85 a week, yeah, for this place, and I mean it's big, it's massive, and it's now gone up to $87, I think, a week, because obviously with all this inflation and everything's going up, rent, electric,
our rent's gone up a little bit.
So yeah, this has gone up to 87 now.
100.
But I was paying the same amount as what my brother's almost paying. Like he's paying I think it's 800 odd a week for a private landlord, and I was paying 700 odd for a little tiny chalet house on the seafront, right? And so I was paying like £700 for that, and it had rising damp and everything on. And so if you knelt on the floor, you'd get your knees wet because the damp was coming up through the floor.
Yeah. It's one of them things, private landlords can get away with charging a hell of a lot more because of
Not
the
anymore,
demand.
they can't. Not anymore.
They shouldn't be able to.
The only way they can do that
a little bit.
is if they get the repairs done. If they don't get the repairs done, their house can now be claimed back by
there
the
weren't
council.
any repairs for them to do. I mean, when Mum and Dad first moved in, there wasn't central heating in the flat. It was storage heaters.
Yeah.
When they first moved in. But they came out about a year or so ago, maybe a bit less, and they put in central heating. And
just to warn you, by the way, this game has got a lot harder.
And then what else has happened? Oh, that's it. The landlord at the moment, actually, instead of asking 500 odd, he's now asking 600 odd.
There's med spray if you want it. Yeah, that's quite a lot.
It is for a 2-bedroom flat. It's not even as big as mine.
Yeah, it is quite a lot for a 2-bedroom flat. I mean, like I said, I'm in a 1-bedroom flat and mine's only 87 a week. That is that, and that's with housing association.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's the housing association. It's WHG, so.
But I told my sister-in-law to ask the housing if they could help her with the carpets, because my housing company did me. They helped me with my carpets.
Yeah.
But she said that they don't work like that. They won't. They said she asked them, but they said they couldn't help. They don't do things like that. It's down to them to get the carpets.
It can very much depend.
Very much depend. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, it must just be the fact that it depended on what I'm going through at this moment, why they helped me. I don't know, because maybe my housing company is the same as theirs. They just probably just helped me because of my situation I'm going through.
It differs. When I
was in a financial situation as well at the time. I was going through debt relief at the time. the job centre wouldn't let me have a loan. It wouldn't let me have like a crisis loan to get the carpets. They refused me. So you know when you move into a new house, you can get a housing grant, right?
I got one.
You can apply for a housing grant.
Yeah, I got
get all
one
your new stuff.
when I first moved.
They wouldn't allow it me. They refused me. And my carer I had at the time, she went mental because she said to him, she said, "Why are you refusing him?" She said to him. She said, "Obviously he's ill. He's got reasons to be ill, and he needs help. And you're refusing him." So they told her to try again, right? So she reapplied for me. She filled out all the forms and everything for me and tried again, and refused me a second time. So in the end, I had to get the housing company to help me. There was nothing else I could do, otherwise I couldn't move in here.
That's somewhat disappointing.
It was very disappointing. It upset me really bad because the way they refused me. They wouldn't even help me.
I wouldn't have thought that they would have refused you, because it's not as if you couldn't have paid them back, because it's taken straight out of your.
I wasn't working at the time either. I just lost.
No, it doesn't matter whether or not
you're
working. It doesn't matter if you're working, because it's taken out of your benefit.
Exactly. You have to pay it back so much a week out of your benefit.
Yeah, it's taken automatically out of your benefit. So why they should refuse when they're guaranteed it back is beyond me.
Exactly. So I put my carer that was looking after me at the time. She put down that I needed I needed all the furniture in the house. I needed the washing machine. I needed the cooker and everything like that. Yeah, she put all that down on the list, and they refused me. So I had to get the housing to help move my carpets. All of my stuff that's bought in the house is not my own. Basically, my brother bought all this for me from a tendering reuse place. So all of my furniture in my house is second hand.
A lot of ours was when we moved into the first place.
I was really disappointed though. I'm moving to a new place and I have to have second hand furniture in a new place. I couldn't get anything new for this place. Nothing. I was really disappointed. So then that made me worse with my depression and anxiety. Because that put me down more. A lot. And I went into a bad stage because of that.
And some landlords are really good and they do everything that they're supposed to. But some...
Like everything I've tried in life, right? Everything I've tried to do in life, I've either succeeded and then it's failed because of some reason. Or...
Didn't realise that was coming.
Or I just don't seem to get bothered about. Or I've always got to be wrong. And so on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when I speak to people as well, it's always I speak my own way, how I was brought up to speak, and everybody just thinks I'm being funny with them all the time, or taking it out of them and stuff like that. And I can't live like that. I've lived my whole life like that, with people thinking that all the time, constantly. And all I am doing is just speaking the normal way I speak. I'm not being funny or anything with anyone. And I've lived like that all my life. My family think the same. They think I'm being funny sometimes when I speak. I've got friends that have thought it and are no longer my friends anymore because of it. Do you know what I mean? It really brings you down. Because you just don't feel like, I don't know, how can I put it? You just don't feel worth it anymore. That's what it feels like.
Fish that I've left in the water if you wanted.
Fish?
Yeah, there's a shield fish over here that I've left.
Thank you. I came back on here last night after my live, and I killed 2 people straight off with a harpoon gun. I had no choice. I had no other weapon.
It's kind of cool when you can do that, to be fair.
Well, I thought it's either try it and die, or try it and kill them. One of the two. I managed to kill him.
It's a big shield if you want to carry it.
We gotta move over the other side of the water now. There's another fishing pool over here. And there's also one on the opposite side of the water.
Blue MK. Blue Ranger, that's
One over
better.
there as well.
I'll add that, thank you.
Not anymore, there's not. He's not there now, he's dead. Where's the car under the water? And now someone else is shooting me. Didn't expect that, did he? Right in his face, and then you finished him up. I shot him with a shotgun right in his face, and his health went down somewhat. And then you.
Gold shotgun.
I just picked up a blue one as well. Same gun as well. I hate it when that happens. You just pick up a gun and then you find a better one. The same. I don't know which way. No, this way. I'm just making sure I'm in the circle because yesterday I died 3 times in storm. It really peed me off. It was really annoying.
I'm just grabbing that extra med kit.
I've got one at the moment, a med kit. I had to use one earlier in the storm. I'm really going to hate those chickens. They keep attacking me. Yeah, Ashley said that she used to be landlord.
It's one of them. Sometimes you get good landlords, and sometimes you get crappy ones.
You get the ones
It's
that don't
hard
give a
to
crap
tell.
about you. They just shove you in there, get your money, and don't want to do the repairs. If
Yeah,
there's any
it's hard
repairs.
to tell until you're actually in the situation sometimes.
Someone over here somewhere. What? Always gotta be someone behind me, seriously. Look on my shield.
Yeah, and all of mine.
2 people in front of me. As well. I'd only use my I'll use the fire. I'm literally almost dead now.
I'm down completely. One that was after you has gone after me and got me down.
I can't shoot these for some reason. I honestly can't shoot them. I'm shooting at them and it's doing nothing to them. I keep constantly missing. I don't know why.
Yeah, some are good and some are not so good. I mean, like I said, I know that I was lucky. I got some help to fill out the form for Karma Housing, which is a housing association.
Yeah, I've been with that one.
Yeah.
My mum was with that one once.
And they called just before Christmas. 2008 they did. And when they first called, I couldn't actually go to view the flat because I was ill. But they found about a week or so later for me to go and see either the same place or a different flat, I'm not certain. And when I got there, it was just so different to just the one room that I had at Mum and Dad's that I said yes straight away.
Yeah,
I had 2 weeks over Christmas. The 2-3 weeks that there were at the minute then. The 2 rent-free weeks over Christmas to move in.
I'll tell you what did it for me.
They helped me to get sorted and everything as well.
What did it for me when they offered me this place was I came to view it and I felt the warmth in the house straight away. And that's what did it for me. That's why I said I'm taking it. But now I can't win. I can't win now because when I'm upstairs, it either gets too hot or it gets too cold. So I can't win. Whereas the other place was just freezing. It was like living in an open door place. The other place that I was in.
Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to get somewhere for a while, but I'd never got any real traction, as it were.
Well, I had no room in my place. I had to put my bed in the living room because I couldn't fit it in my bedroom. My bedroom was only a box. That's all it was. I had a bathroom that you couldn't swing a cat in. I had a kitchen you couldn't even cook in because it was really, really small as well. It was a hazard, a fire hazard, basically. I had no fire exit because my back door was all screwed together because so you couldn't get out of it. So I didn't have a back door, which is a fire hazard. I couldn't get out the windows because they had window locks and the landlord apparently couldn't find the keys to them. So yeah, I had loads of reasons to get out of that place.
Didn't actually mean to pick this person up on the shoulder. I meant to whack him.
All I've got is a sniper and I'm going to be dead again now. Probably. All my guns are missing, I don't know why. This wasn't happening last night. They're just constantly missing now. This game has got worse.
I had no ammo.
You get no ammo, you get your shield taken completely. You're getting knocked down the minute you land. Really peed me off when I was playing with Commander last night. Landed on the floor last night 3 times and got knocked down straight away. And I was just left to die.
I managed to kill one person. But then instead of killing him, I picked him up and I didn't mean to. And then I'd only got like 10 bullets left to kill the next person. Not enough.
I only had a sniper rifle to kill those 2 people with. I thought I'd get the one, but the other one's gonna get me, and she did. I'm just taking it as it goes now, Carolyn, because we're just gonna keep getting killed on here now. Because new season comes out next week.
Oh, is it next week?
19th.
Same day David goes to Towers.
I didn't mark, sorry. You know where I'm going anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19th.
I'm going on the 21st.
It says between the 19th and the 23rd on someone's video. But it's actually the 19th and the 20th. So at the beginning of this new week, they should be hopefully putting the timer in the game for the event. If they're going to bother with it this time, I don't know. Because normally it's in the game by now. Normally say so many days left and so on. We've got less than 6 days now. About 5 days before new season.
Don't move any closer. I was going to blow them up.
I got pizza if you want it.
Yeah.
Get your health back up. And when you got full health, splash with splash potion.
There we go. Thank you.
I've got to find some more weapons before I can attack these. I only got a little Uzi gun. Yeah, I'll take his weapon. Honestly, it's not, the gun is not even touching him. I'm shooting with it and it's not touching him. It keeps going off to the side. It touched her that time, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm pointing my controller at the person, right?
Mm.
But the gun keeps going off to the right on its own when I'm shooting it.
I don't know what to say to that, to be fair.
I don't know what's wrong with it. I honestly don't. But it's getting me killed, and it's getting me killed a lot. Let's hope it changes in the new season. Let's hope they put new weapons in the game.
Mm.
Because these weapons are really crap, just like it. I think I'll be better off with the handgun rather than the little Uzi gun.
Mm.
Oh, even better handgun. The blue one.
Yeah, what I was trying to say about my mum and dad having no choice is because there's just the two of them. As far as the council's concerned, they only need a one-bedroom place.
Yeah. So they fought hard for that place.
Yeah. I mean, it would be different if they could have separate bedrooms if one of them had a medical problem that meant they needed separate bedrooms.
Yeah.
But they don't. So the council deems that they only need the one bedroom. It would be the same for me and David. If we couldn't pay the rent, we would have to move into a one bedroom again.
Yeah, it should be hard on you guys. Probably.
Yeah. Yes, it would.
But at least you've got yourself sorted in a place though.
Mm.
It's like I've got to get out and do my front garden at some point. But I've got to spend a fortune on it to do it because like it's all overgrown with weeds because these places was built on farmland.
Mm.
So the farmer, he gave up most of his land, sold most of his land to the housing company so they could build these houses. Because a lot of them around me are houses. There's only two flats that have been built here, which is mine and the one round the corner. So the rest are houses for families.
Yeah.
And when I moved in here, the house over the road from me was still being built. Put it that way. So when my sister-in-law moves into her house, she's got a bungalow being built right next door to her, so they're going to be living on a building site as well for a few weeks. Just like I was. It's really weird because it worked out the same for them to what it did for me. But they deserve it. They've been waiting long enough.
My sister was waiting ages in London for a council place.
Well, my brother, he had to wait a long time because he needed a disabled for the facilities. So they've had to give him like a walk-in shower. So the whole shower's like a wet room. And then they've had to basically make it big enough for wheelchair access, and so that he's able to help in the kitchen as well. They've put the countertops lower. So my brother was able to help my sister-in-law in the kitchen and stuff, and give my brother a bit of independence back.
Yeah.
And obviously he's got a bed as well that he's been given to with the proper comfortable mattress and stuff.
There's a treasure over here somewhere, but I can't see exactly how far away it is.
So that has to get plugged into the electricity, that bed, because it's one of those where the mattress...
Sorry, I'm trying to avoid them now. I didn't realise they were there. I forgot about them.
Fine. The mattress puts the air in itself when it's needed. Oh, they're shooting at me now. I like the way that you don't even touch them when they shoot at you.
I know.
I never even shot at them.
Neither did I. Ah, there it is.
It ain't fair though, because they take your shield and everything. Even the chickens take your shield. It's crazy.
Not much further now.
Sorry, Ashley. They gotta have a 3-bedroom house. So basically, you got the room for my sister-in-law and my brother to go in, and then you got the a room for my 2 youngest nieces, and then my eldest niece has got her own room. Because my eldest niece is like coming up to a teenager now, and she needs her own room.
Right on the edge of the storm, of course.
See, my nieces, they're like any ordinary girls. They don't get on with each other so much. They love each other, but they don't get on very well together. They fight and everything like that, like any ordinary girl does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one of them.
So, and because my oldest niece is a lot older than the other 2, they just don't all get on together very well. They're always at each other's
Suppose I'll
throat.
add that into the blue rifle as it's gold.
They're lovable, my nieces are. They're very lovable.
We've got to get out of here now because the storm was right behind us.
Yeah, they've got to move that for him, Ashley. The company have got to come out and move that for him. They've got to take it down and reassemble it in the other house. But it's able to, this place that they're getting now is able to go round in his electric wheelchair. And he's able to walk on his walking frame around the house as well, which is better for him because it's going to, like I said, give him his own independence back, and maybe he can start getting some of his strength back as well.
Yeah.
Because he'll be able to use the walking frame around the house. And the fact
sometimes all you need is the opportunity to be able to do stuff.
And the fact that my nieces have to go upstairs to go to bed, and at the moment he's downstairs because he can't get upstairs. Yeah?
Mm.
So he's downstairs. He can't put his own daughters to bed, which does upset him. He can't say night to them or anything. So in this new place, because it's a downstairs bungalow, as I say, the same situation as your mum. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's able to help put my nieces to bed and interact with them a lot more and do things with them for a change rather than just laying there and not being able to do anything with them. Do you know what I mean? Because the biggest thing they were stuck for was space. They needed space.
Yeah.
They had nothing there. Like, there was a garden, but it's really, really hard to maintain that garden. Whereas with the housing association, it's a brand new garden for the girls. They've got a proper place they can play now.
Purple shotgun.
And with my brother having to like sleep in the same room as they play in.
Beside of the... Is it?
Like when he's asleep, they try their hardest to be quiet. But you know what girls are like, they can't always be quiet.
Yeah.
So now he's got his own room. If he's like getting very tired and stuff, he can go and he can say that he's going to lie down or something. And the girls are able to play in peace without having to worry about making a noise and waking him up. Because they only had to make the slightest bang in the house and he could go into like epileptic fit. That's the thing. It used to affect his epilepsy.
I haven't heard about sound effects in epilepsy before.
It's something to do with because he's got some problem with his nerves as well. So he's got very sensitive nerves. I don't know. He knows a lot more about it than me. He's been told a lot more about it than me. He's just got loads of medical issues, basically. He's on loads of tablets and everything like that. So he's just not a very well person at the moment. I used to have epilepsy and the sound used to bother me as well. So I used to have like grandma juvenile epilepsy.
Right.
I had that for 10 years of my life. I was in and out of hospital with it from a baby. I think it was, I'm not sure, I can't remember what my mum said. I think it was a month or two after I was born that I was actually diagnosed with epilepsy. Because obviously they can't tell straight away.
No.
Because babies...
They can't tell in the first place anyways. They can't always tell anyways because it can differ.
Yeah, I think you said something about that, Ashley. I can't remember. I think you did say that to me, but you had one set up for disabled facilities when you used the landlord. No, so I was diagnosed like, I'm pretty sure it was 2 months after I was born. I was diagnosed with epilepsy, grandma juvenile. And there was once where I had 100 mini fits in a day. I've been through hell, put it that way.
Someone's swinging around.
It's like it didn't stop there. I go through all those years of epilepsy. Then I ended up in hospital having operations. And then I ended up in hospital again with a broken leg and shattered femur. So I've most of my life I've just been in hospital. I've lived there. I haven't seen life to the true fact that I should have done. I haven't been able to grow up like everybody else. Because all I've done is lie in a hospital bed. Most of my life.
I'm just in the scene because I can see people swinging round and stuff.
Yeah, they're outside. One of them's outside. I'm going to try and get him. I think he's up on the roof. No, he's going this way. Got things in my way all the time. Goodbye. Yeah, see, I knew that one wasn't there.
I'm down, but I'm trying to hide so they can't drop me.
Yeah, they're gonna get me either
Too
way.
late.
They've both got flipping MKs and SMGs.
Yeah.
I don't stand a chance. Those guns are just a nightmare at the minute.
Yeah, you can outgrow epilepsy. It's like asthma. You can either
It depends when you're
grow out of
diagnosed
it,
with
or
it.
it can depend on when you're diagnosed. It can also depend on what triggers it and other stuff. But you can grow out of it. You can also grow into it, like you can with asthma, I believe.
So I grew out of it, right? Apparently I grew out of it, but in my semi-conscious, I still think I have it in some way or the other, right?
You might have.
Because now and again, sometimes I end up just constantly. It's not because I'm tired, but I constantly fall asleep. Yeah.
That's not necessarily.
Which is a type of epilepsy out there now called narcolepsy. Where you can fall asleep. Yeah?
Yeah.
Just any time of day, you can fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's called narcolepsy.
Yeah, that's a different one.
So when I first had epilepsy, I only knew of 7 kinds of epilepsy, right? There's now like 70 odd types of epilepsy out there in the world. You look it up online.
Yeah, I know that there's quite a few different ones.
And where, like I say, when I had it, there was only 7 types that doctors and that knew about at the time. Now there's more been discovered. It's crazy. So my one, I used to like shake a lot. I used to froth at the mouth. Used to get that frothing at the mouth.
Yeah.
My nervous system would just kick in and shake all over the place. And I couldn't take tablets myself. They had to basically be forced down my throat for me to take these tablets. So all my life I literally had tablets forced down in my mouth to be able to help my epilepsy. Because I couldn't take them while I was in an epileptic fit.
No, you can't really swallow anything
And
whilst you're in a
the
fit.
tablets was the only way that I got calmed down with the epileptic fits. So they had to be forced down my throat. At the time. And I lived like that for 10 years. I grew out of the epilepsy at the age of 10, apparently. So they say.
Epilepsy is one of those conditions that you can grow out of. It can definitely change as you grow older as well.
See, my brother was diagnosed very late, so...
It can change. My uncle has got epilepsy and he's had it since he was a kid. But they still don't fully understand what kind of epilepsy it is and stuff.
No, because there's so many and it's really hard. It's really hard to know what name to give it.
It doesn't help that the majority of the time when he has seizures, no one's there to witness it apart from the family. Because he tends to have them in his sleep.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same as my brother. Yeah, exactly the same. My brother has a lot of it in his sleep as well. Like, he can be sleeping and being peaceful, right? He can be very peaceful when he's asleep. And then, we can be sitting there like, and all of a sudden you just see him start shaking, and you know exactly what's going to happen, right? You just know. The minute he starts shaking, you know he's going into epileptic fit.
Didn't realise he was shooting.
And it has been really hard for my sister-in-law to see that all the time, sometimes, because she obviously has to keep a track of it and everything. That's the time, how long he's in the epileptic fit and so on, so she can give it to his doctor because he can't do it, so she has to do it.
Yeah, a lot of people when they're having seizures don't know that they're having them, so they can't do it.
No, I didn't. I used to
and if you're doing it when you're asleep as well, even more, you don't know.
From the experience of having them, this is what you feel when you come out of a seizure. You feel like you've been in a total different world. Yeah. You just woke up back in the reality that you're in, and you're thinking, where the hell am I?
Again, that can be different for everyone.
That's what you think when you come out of an epileptic fit.
It can be different for everyone because I've actually had a seizure.
Because when I used to have them, I used to come out of them and I didn't know what the hell I was doing or where the hell I was or who the people was around me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you just see loads of people standing around you and you're like, what the hell's going on, sort of thing.
It can be different for everyone. For my uncle...
It's crazy.
For my uncle, because the majority of them are when he's asleep, he doesn't even know. And I know that my mum told me about one time when he was a kid, he was at the doctor's playing with a pen, and they seen him go into a seizure. Right, he just like stared or whatever into the wall or something. And then he carried on playing with the pen as if nothing had happened.
Yeah. So
it differs for each person.
I can't remember what that's called. That has a name for that. It's like going into, it feels like as if you're going into another world and then coming straight out of it. That kind of situation.
It differs for every person.
It's like me.
I've had 2 seizures, which they decided were stress related in the finish.
Sometimes I can go quiet sometimes, right? And it's because I get this moment where I just go into my own space, and then all of a sudden I'm like back again. This is crazy. This is like the 4th time I've just been knocked down now. This is what was happening last night. I just kept on constantly getting knocked down on the floor. And where you're resing me, that didn't happen. I was just left to die.
Ooh.
It's got mental on this game. Just it's got really mental.
Feels like we're playing with a load of bots again.
I think it depends on your level. Me and Ashley were saying last night, it could depend on your level and they're pointing you with the skilled players. I don't know. But it shouldn't be happening because they're pointing us with all these top players that are proper skilled. Gotta be. It is scary, Ashley, because like your eye, both of your eyes roll back, and you literally most people do, most people don't. But a lot of people froth at the mouth, which is like I did. But my mum used to get used to knowing when I was going to go in an epileptic fit because I used to just stare, and then my eyes and my mouth used to go blue.
Everyone's different. You can't say for definite which is a trigger. Dogs are very good at telling.
Yeah, they're very good at knowing.
But people can't always say what's going to trigger one person and what's going to trigger another person and stuff.
No, because it's like the people that have them in their sleep. One minute you think they're sleeping, the next minute they're in an epileptic fit, and you don't know it half the time because you think they're just sleeping.
It can depend on the kind of fit as well. If it's a grand mal, where you're shaking and everything, obviously it's noticeable by other people.
Yeah, and that's what I had, and that's what my brother's got.
Well, I had one of those. But then if it's a petit mal, which is where you're just staring into nothingness, they're not noticeable by people.
No, exactly.
I mean, all right, if you were like standing and you fell over, okay, people would notice. But if you're sitting down or lying down, it's not noticeable in that way.
So I'll tell you something that happened to me and how I originally found out that I got anxiety issues, right? I'll tell you how I found out that. Because obviously I used to be epileptic, as I said, right? I grew out of epilepsy age 10. And there was once when I was working in my job, I had to go to the post office for my mum during my lunch hour at work. Yeah. And I was standing in this queue, this long, very long queue at the post office. And I started to get this like tingliness in my feet. It started off with a tingliness. And then all of a sudden, I just go into like a really, really bad cold sweat. This is ridiculous.
I haven't even got a gun.
Neither have I, and I'm down again.
I've just been shot at.
So I'd go into like a cold sweat, and I could then, I then felt my head going all woozy, and I was like, I managed to get to like second in the queue. And by the time it was the time for me to get served by the person on the counter, it was a good job it was, because I just literally collapsed on the counter. My eyes went all black, I couldn't see a thing, and all I could hear around me was mumbling, yeah?
Yeah.
I went back to the doctors thinking it was my epilepsy come back or something. And my doctor told me that it wasn't an epileptic fit that I had, it was an anxiety attack. And that is how I found out I had anxiety issues.
I am going to get you up, I just need to get rid of a few more people.
To me, I would class it as a blackout, but he said there's a difference between anxiety attacks and blackouts.
Yep, there can be.
And that wasn't a blackout, that was an anxiety attack. So, if I hadn't have gone back to the doctors that time, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
Because I've been suffering from them just like they. I've been getting them quite often before. Touch wood, it hasn't happened for a while now.
Yeah.
But there's a chance it can. I'm not saying it can't, because it can. Yeah, you could be having the same, Ashley, because that's what that was like. It felt like I passed out, and that's what that was that. So you could have anxiety issues as well. Because Ashley passed out the other day. She had to go and see a doctor about that.
It very much depends. Everyone's different. Like I said, I did have 2 seizures. No, 3 seizures even. For unknown reasons at the time. Which they then concluded were stress related.
Yeah, I was just going to say, a lot of them are stress related.
The funny thing is I don't think I was stressed at the time when they happened. I don't feel as though I was stressed.
No.
I mean, the first one was 2004. I'd just gone back to college. Right, I was doing hairdressing at the time. Right?
Yeah.
I was fine.
Just going to see if I can get my weapons
Then,
back.
3 years later, exactly 3 years later, I had a second one. And what happened that time was it was the 25th of April and it was tea time. So then they tried to say that maybe I hadn't had enough to eat because the other one was at tea time as well.
They always point down to that.
But no. And it was funny that there was a 3-year gap, right?
Yeah.
That was funny as well. Obviously, they can't diagnose epilepsy from 3 seizures. It's impossible.
Yeah, because they've got to know
Right.
more. They have to know
They've
more.
got to know more about it. The other difference was that I recognised going into the second seizure because it felt exactly like the first. Right, which again makes it less likely to have been epilepsy.
The thing is, though,
It might
only
have been
you know
something
what
else.
it feels like. They don't.
Yeah.
Because it's not happening to them. They haven't got
And
a clue
then-
what you're going through. And
Yeah.
so, and it's because like your mind's all over the place, it's really hard for you to explain to them what you're going through.
Yeah, so the second one was 2007. The third one was 2010. Exactly 3 years
After.
and 1 day after the second one. Right, it was. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was either April the 25th or the 26th. So exactly 3 years almost. And the only reason I know it happened, because I didn't get the same kind of feelings, but the reason I know it happened, I was in the queue at the post office, and I remember looking down at my ticket,
Yeah.
right? I was number 56, they'd just called 52 or 49, something like that. And I lost from the number that they'd called to, I think it might have been 58 or something. Anyway, they'd gone past my ticket, right?
Yeah.
And I know that I lost that time.
I'm gonna get the barrel.
So that's got to be another seizure
Yeah.
of some sort.
You could have just had a moment where you've like sort of like passed out or something, and not realised the time, and so on.
No, literally, I looked down, and then the next second, not like the next second, but the next time I looked up, I'd lost it.
So
And
you
it
can have
wasn't that I
moments,
didn't-
right? You can have moments where you sit here and you're just like staring into thin air, and then the next minute there's hours that have passed and you don't know it. These people, man, they're really, really bad just like that. She's gone over the mountain now. She's gonna get away.
Right, now I can pick up.
I'm trying to get her because she's gonna pick up his card if I don't get her.
The very first one in 2004. Like I said, it was a college night, and as I remember it, I was having a steak dinner, watching buffet. Right?
Yeah.
Now, I can remember my eyes going starry and my hearing going fuzzy, and then I can feel my right leg even, bouncing up and down as if I'm trying to knock a shoe off my foot.
Yeah.
And I can feel that while I'm under. Nothing else. Nothing else whatsoever. When I wake up, my mum's standing over me. My tea is by the fire. Right? And I have no idea what's gone on. That was my first seizure. And because my mum is ex-medical, she was a nurse.
She knew.
And Anthony had him, she recognised.
Yeah, a lot of people tend to do that if you're in a certain job and stuff. I'm trying to put I'm trying to explain things, but I'm trying to put words in different ways because, like I say, you have to be careful what you're saying on YouTube about certain things. So I'm trying to change the words around to try and get to you the points that I'm trying to get to. It's really hard, and you have to do that, you know.
Yeah. So then, I was under the investigation for something else at the time. So I got chronic fatigue or something. So they sent me to Stafford, where I spoke to the epileptic nurse and this, that, and the other, and they decided it was stress, was what they concluded.
Yeah,
Right?
because they don't know what else
Nothing
it is,
happened.
so automatically they
No.
put it down to stress.
Nothing else happened. Like I said, it was 3 years before I had another one.
Have you had anything?
Not since 2010, touch wood.
There's a chance you could do though, so be careful. Because
Yeah.
if you've had 3, there's a chance you could have 4. It could be just a certain thing that's setting it off, you say.
Yeah, well, nothing's been diagnosed or anything, they can't. But yeah, like I said, the second one was 2007.
I want that one.
So that was 3 years, more or less, since the first. Again, it was tea time. We just had something from the chip shop. Right?
Yeah.
Then the second time, I recognised it myself before I went under. I remember having just enough time to put down my Coke, because I'd just had a drink of Coca-Cola, and say, oh no, before I went under.
But Ashley was saying just now in the chat that like low sugar can cause that passing out as well and stuff.
I'm not saying as it can't, but it wasn't food related, because there's been other times when I've been even lower than that.
Yeah.
So I don't see how it could have been food relating, because it should have happened then as well.
So when I went to the doctor about me, about what was causing these anxiety attacks, they said that it could be a numerous amount of things that are causing them.
Tough.
And they did
That's all the
notice
way
that
back in
I
the
had low iron in my body. I had very low iron at the time, and the fact that I was underweight, I was on the borderline of anorexic at the time.
See, I've never been underweight, as far as I'm aware.
So I had to have these things. I had to have like these milkshake drinks that they gave me to help me with my weight and stuff, because like I was underweight.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I don't
And that
think
was
I've
all
ever
due
been
to the
underweight.
depression and everything.
I don't think I've ever been underweight.
Well, that's what I've been through, basically.
Like I said, everyone's different. They did checks again when I had the second one. They ran ECGs and everything, but couldn't find a reason in my brain.
I can't see these. I really can't see them. They're bouncing around me and I cannot see them to shoot them. That's why I keep getting shot.
So yeah, I had ECGs and stuff. It was the second, I think it was the second one that decided they were physical faints, where you faint and then go into the seizure. Because of the fact that I could describe going in, which generally you can't with normal epilepsy. And then the third one, like I said, it was in the post office, and I knew myself because of what had happened. But again, the second and the third one were both absences. So I was just staring into space. So because of that, in the post office and I was sitting down, nobody else noticed. So it was just me knowing myself that something had happened.
Yeah.
And again, when I spoke to the doctor about it, they said there's no point in doing any more tests because we won't find anything more than we did last time. It was just stress and we'll see what happens. That was what they concluded.
Because that's all I've got to go on at the minute.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be something else there that's caused them, but they don't know that unless they keep constantly running tests on you.
Well, like I said, touch wood, I haven't had one since 2010. Maybe the difference is that I'm living away from my mum and dad.
Probably. It could have been something family related that was causing it.
I mean, I don't know for definite, but that could be a difference. I've definitely felt...
Because it's weird now how you're on your own with David and you haven't had one since.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe it was
Could just be
something
stress.
to do with... Yeah, it could very well have been stress. Maybe it was just something to do with needing to be comfortable or something, I don't know.
It's really weird how much that stress can cause, you know, in life. Stress can cause an awful lot in life for you. And it puts you in a very bad situation as well because you don't know what to do half the time. You feel stuck. It's like I know everybody's saying to me for my own good to like go back and see my doctor and stuff like that, right? But to me, I don't want to because I feel like these people have always put me down, right? So it makes me not want to go back to them anymore. It makes me not trust them. And I have to sit here dealing with everything myself. And I shouldn't have to do that. I should be able to rely on the professionals that are there to help. But you just don't feel comfortable with them at all anymore.
I'm down on the other side of the thing. And I can't do anything because there's someone here as well. It's...
I'll get you up 1 second, Karen.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a funny thing to pin down. I don't know, maybe I needed my own space or something.
It sounds like it. It sounds like you're going through something to do with family-wise or something that's made you like that.
I really can't be certain, to be fair.
That guy's coming back for me.
I mean, nothing had ever happened before 2004. And it hasn't happened again since. Touch wood.
Well, that's a good thing. That's the way you got to see it. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
and it
touch
could be
wood, it
because
hasn't happened since 2010.
it could be because you're probably more relaxed now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. As it is because I'm more relaxed on the whole. I mean, the freedom I've got in Warsaw compared to what I had in Norton is night and day.
It could have been something to do with silly things such like the area that you was living in as well.
Yeah,
it could be anything.
I did get a lot of trouble in Norton. I did get a lot of stress in Norton.
And you said that you had a lot of people that like used to like bully you and everything like that. So yeah, it could have been all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I wouldn't really go out round Norton if I didn't have unless I had there. Oh, I'm trying to say, unless I had no choice, I wouldn't really go out round Norton. You have the MK.
Some places can be really bad compared to others. But it's not like it's the only place there. You've got them kind of places everywhere.
Oh, I know that.
Always rough
I know
areas
that,
in
but-
everywhere you go.
Well, technically, Warsaw is... Karma
What
is
a
meant to be a
BS.
rough area, I should say.
I just got my shield back and she just flipping took it all with that bomb.
I know. Karma is meant to be a red district. It's meant to be really rough, from
Yeah,
what
it
I've
is.
heard.
It's not what you just heard. It actually is, honestly. I know that because there's a lot of my family that are from there.
But in my experience, it's not been like that for me personally.
The pizza's still there if you want to get health back.
Yeah.
It's in this house. You can eat the rest of it to get your health back.
Well, some of it.
Where we got? Oh, we're not going to move from here yet anyway. Yeah, Ashley just said that she lives in a dangerous neighbourhood.
It differs, like I said, I know that Karma's got the rep. Right? Oh, I know for a fact that Karma's got the rep for it. But, having said that, I myself haven't had any trouble in Karma.
No, but most of the time people get in trouble because they end up causing trouble themselves. Half the time. There's a lot of people that thrive on trouble making around that area. So they'll go ahead and just pick a fight with anyone just because they want it. And then they get twice as much back as they've not asked for. It's like where I used to live once was in a place called Rycroft, right? Now that was rough. If you started on anyone around there, they'd come and smash your windows. That's how bad it was around there. My mum used to cause a lot of trouble around there, and we got our windows smashed and everything. We had fireworks pushed through our door, everything. And you can imagine all this stuff that I'm going through, and I'm only young at the time.
I mean, like I said, Norton had a rep. For me, I couldn't go anywhere without being picked on. Oh. Drive right up to me and then mash me. She's in this toilet here. Trying to sneak.
It's like they always get the last shot all the time. It's proper annoying to say that.
Norton was the kind of place if you go out at night, you make yourself as small as possible. I mean, I wouldn't even go out, to be fair, until I was a lot older.
See, that's a lot of the time the reason why I don't go out is because I've been through all that stuff in the past. I just think it's going to happen all the time. So it makes me not want to go out.
It's one of them funny things. For me, like what I was trying to say was moving to Warsaw meant freedom. Because the funny thing about Norton was everyone knew me. So because everyone knew me, everyone picked on me. Right? They'd all got brothers or sisters who'd been to school with me when I was at primary school and picked on me.
Yeah.
So their younger brothers and sisters learnt the habit and did it as well.
Well, they always blame the parents, but most of the time, some of the times, it's their siblings that get others into it.
It was the people in my class. The first year or so at primary school, I was okay. Then 2 kids were held back a little bit. They started picking on me, and then everyone else started picking on me, and it never stopped.
I had trouble learning at school because of bullying. I wasn't able to learn because I just get picked on every class that I go in. One was the reason was because I was the smallest person in school at the time. When I started like year 7, I was literally the smallest in the actual whole school. I was the smallest person. And second of all, it was just the fact that these kids just seemed as though they were bored and just wanted something to do, so they just decided to like pick on you all the time, constantly. You seemed to be the one that was the quietest one all the time in the class, and because you're that quiet person and you don't speak out or you don't retaliate back, they got the means to pick on you. You know what I mean? You're not part of their clan, basically, so you don't fit into their clan. And because you don't fit into their clan, they bully you.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it started in year 2 or year 3 at primary school, and then it never stopped, effectively. I switched schools. I did not go to Norton High, I went to Blake, which was in Hensford. So, a completely different place. Right?
Yeah.
And then it continued or started again at Blake. Different people, but I still got bullied. Part of it then was because I'd come from a different area, so I didn't speak the same as everyone else. So they took the funny out of me for how I spoke.
I honestly don't know why people do that though. At the end of the day, you're brought up with a different accent, so what? Makes you no different to everybody else. You speak a different kind of language or you speak a different way.
Part of it was that. Part of it might have been because I was chubby. Because I've always been bigger.
Well, that
but
would
then
always
I'm only
be
5'3" in height.
People always pick on people because of weight. And I think it's wrong. Because at the end of the day, for all they know, they could have something wrong with them that's making them that way. It's not because they choose to be that way. Do you know what I mean? Everybody has a different body mass, right? That body mass is there to protect your bones in your body. It's not because you're overweight. It's not because you just decided to just sit down and eat a load of burgers or something and put on weight. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's there for a reason, that weight. It's there to protect your bones.
I will accept that I do perhaps eat more calorific foods.
Yeah, but you gotta not accept that because, to be honest, it's been proven that eating too much is nothing to do with putting on weight or losing weight. There's ways out there you can lose weight without having to even go on a diet. It's just that they're saying about all these diet things because it's just another way to make money in the world.
Yeah, I know that.
There's other ways you can lose weight without having to pay out a fortune. But like I say, you shouldn't have to worry about that, about your weight, and you shouldn't have to worry about the height or anything. Because your weight's there for a reason, and it's there to protect your body.
Apart from all of those things, I couldn't play sport. No. Correction. I could play some sports if they gave me the chance.
I was going to say, you're saying you can't. You can. You
I
don't
could have
tell
done
yourself
instead of
you
giving me
can't.
the chance. Instead of giving me the chance, I could have played sports with
Helen,
them.
the way I'm going to put this right, because I'm really against people that take it out of people because of their weight and stuff, right? The way I see it, anyone can do anything in this world. It just takes time and learning how to do that thing. It doesn't mean to say you can't do it.
What I meant to say was, it wasn't that I couldn't, it was that they wouldn't let me.
I don't like people making fun of other people when...
In my first... I remember a couple of times in my... When I was playing... Not when I was playing, when I was in gym class, as it were. I remember a couple of times that things happened. Because, you know, team sports, you end up on a team, they don't really want you on a team.
Yeah, that's because they just want to be better than you, that's why.
Right, they ignore you. Right, so first year, one time we were playing rugby and I'm shouting, pass me the ball so as I can do something with it, and I'm being ignored. Even the teacher is telling them to pass the ball to me.
Yeah.
And I'm being ignored.
And they won't pass it to you because
Right.
they want to be the show off. They want to be the ones that get better opportunity and stuff.
Yeah. And then I remember another time playing, I think it was basketball or netball, one of the two. I actually got the ball and managed to dribble it all the way to the other end of the court and did something right. And then they were like, wow, we should have known that sooner. But it didn't stop him from doing it again. They're always leaving me out.
A bully will always be a bully. Right, put it that way. If they're a bully, then they'll always be that. For their whole life. Even when they grow up, they'll always be a bully.
So, I mean, alright, I'll admit, because of my dyslexia, my hand-eye coordination isn't as good as it could have been.
We got to move.
Like, playing tennis and stuff, I really wasn't that good. But if I'd have been given the chance to learn and everything, I might have...
You would have been better. Exactly. But because you haven't had that chance to learn, and you've been bullied all the time, you've not been able to get better in life because of them. And it's not you, it's them. Because then they haven't given you the chance to learn. And that's what's wrong with a lot of the kids around these days in this world. They're not getting the chance to learn because the people are bullying them.
You don't even get the chance to learn as an adult if you go for a job. They don't give you time to learn.
No, exactly, because it's the same with the blooming job centre, right? When I was on the job centre, trying to look for work, instead of being able to choose what you want, it was what they want. Not what you want. You had to do the job they put you in.
Yeah, with the job centre sometimes it's any job, not what you choose.
Yeah, you're not able to choose what you want to do in life. They choose it for you, and I think that's wrong. It's just crazy at the minute the way this world works. This world is just nothing but money. That's all they ever want is money. They're happy if they've got money. They don't give a crap about anyone at all. I did pick up the Spider-Man mythics, but I'm not going to go off without it.
It's okay.
I just done it in case I get stuck in the storm. That's why I picked them up.
The only place I didn't really get bullied growing up was youth theatre.
You see what Ashley put? You see what she put in the chat?
Yeah.
Because Ashley's trying to join in with the conversation as well. That's why I try and read sometimes what she's put, so I can tell you what she's put while we're playing.
Yeah. No, I don't even. I've never even seen any of them since I left school. I've seen a couple of my friends.
Yeah, but they
a
act
few
as if
times,
when you see
but
when
I've
you're
never seen
older,
anyone that bullied me or anything.
when you're older and you see them as older people, they act as if they've never ever done anything in their life to you. Because they've had the chance to grow up, they've had the chance to learn life, they've got given probably everything in their life by their parents and stuff like that. Yeah.
Person over there going for stuff, but there's also someone.
And they don't
swinging,
actually.
I think.
They don't actually realise what they did to you when you was younger.
Good. I think I knocked that person down.
You did.
And that was using my ranger.
And now the other one's knocked down. Why is there a third person there? We've just taken 2 people down. Why is there a third?
I don't know. How the hell did they build a fortress so fast?
They got Builder Pro on. You got him anyway.
Good.
You pick up the crown if you can get it, because I can't get it.
I'm trying to pick up the bloody spider web guns, but I've got a chicken attacking me. Can't even see where the... Oh, there's the crown.
Yeah, I couldn't get it.
Go away, chicken! Got it. Now I need that before I end up dying. Stupid chicken, go away.
Yeah, I got bullied by my own family as well sometimes. Like, my sister used to do things wrong, right? All the time.
Yeah.
And I used to get the blame for it all the while. Constantly. It was always me.
That happened to my cousin.
But my sister, she batted a brick one day with a tennis racket. And it actually hit a car window screen while it was driving. Yeah? The woman come out and had the right go at me. I was like, oh, don't have a go at me. It's like, it was her that battered it, not me. Do you know what I mean?
Are you there?
So she went up, this woman went and see my mum about it. Obviously, because my mum had to basically pay for this car window screen. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And I was the one that got into trouble for it. Yeah, it was nothing to do with me. My sister that batted the brick. She used to be horrible to me, my sister, at times. Get me into a lot of trouble. She did. And the fact is, right, they knew that I suffered from epilepsy at the time, right? And I always used to get hit around the head. Constantly. It used to hit me around my head.
My sis, Marie... Me and Marie get on okay, but we can't tolerate each other for too long.
Me too. Now there's a lot of family that don't get on at all. Oh, you got less shield than me, so take the other berries as well.
We can tolerate each other, but we don't get on, in all honesty. There's 7 years between us.
Yeah.
So, it's one of them.
They're over the other side of this mountain. Where they are though, I don't know, but they're down there somewhere. So I lost £5 yesterday. So peed off. Yeah, Ashley said she never sees her sisters or brothers. So, you know, half the time it's like her family don't really think that she exists anymore because you don't see any of them. They're like just abandoned you. Someone just gone in the building down there. Where are you? Are you behind me?
Are. Yeah.
I'm on your ramp. Because there's someone just gone in that building down there and went through the door.
They're going to get taken by the tornado.
Yeah. But we're safe here at the minute. We're in the circle, so. You know, you've got to be careful of that tornado, because if you're in a building and it picks you up while inside the building, it causes you damage. It whacks you off the items inside the building, and you get damaged by it. I died once in that. I'm pretty sure there's someone behind that wall. Maybe I'm seeing things. Yeah, I must be going mad. I think I'm seeing things. Oh, we're at the side doors now. Oh, we're right by us. Jesus.
I never even got a chance to shoot anything then.
It's like they're constantly shooting now. How are they doing that? I shot my gun twice at her, and it went on cooldown, right? And then she's just constantly firing with the shotgun.
My sister lives in London. So I do see it, but not very often. Probably about once a year or so now.
Yeah, but even London's still a way away from Warsaw, if anything.
Yeah.
I know it's a couple of train rides away from Warsaw, but yeah, it's still a way to go.
London's easier to get to than it used to be.
London's only 2 hours away from me on train.
I'll tell you about that from Birmingham. So a bus into Birmingham or a train into Birmingham and then a train from there to London.
Because I asked Alexa how far it was, yeah, to get to London from here. And she said basically, depending on traffic, it can take an hour and so to get to London.
Yeah, that would depend on whether or not you're driving.
If you got heavy traffic, then it's about two. I think she said 2 or just over 2 hours drive.
Yeah.
And I've been to London in car already because we went to where was it? We had to go over there to one of the Apple stores for my brother to get his iPad fixed. It was the only place he could get it fixed was in London at the time.
I think it takes my mum and dad about 3 hours to drive to London.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Glenn and Sarah, right? Glenn and Sarah, the YouTubers. They're only 3 hours away from me. They live down the opposite side of the map to me.
Mm.
So I'm down on the right hand side and they're down on the left hand side. At the bottom of the map, like me. And they're literally 3 hours away from me. Or if I went on train. Could even get coats there to them, I think.
Yeah, most likely.
I told them that they don't live that far away from me. They've got to come and see me sometime.
I think they would have. They were half talking last year about going. When we were planning to go to
I think
Portland.
Yeah, I was going to say Portland. You was on about going
They were half planning about
coming with you.
Going with us, but then Glenn was ill and everything.
Yeah, you had to go have operation, didn't he?
And I think it was mumbled then about maybe you could come with us as well or join us. But things didn't happen that way. Which is fair enough.
No, because I remember him saying that he wanted to talk to me within the next 2 months, so. But I didn't hear nothing since. Because he said I must talk to you in the next 2 months. And I'm like, okay, what have I done wrong? And there was like, it's nothing bad. Just wanted to work something out. So it could have had something to do with that, I don't know. But I told him that I find it hard to go anywhere because I don't really go out. I go out of my house once every 2 weeks. And that's about it. Rest of the time I'm indoors. That's life for me. At the moment. It's the way I feel safe.
Everyone's different. You feel safe, you feel safe.
Is that person shooting at you?
No. Careful, they dodge back around here.
Yeah, they're right here.
No wonder I couldn't shoot, then I've got no bullets left.
She's not there anymore, is she?
No.
I open the door to get in and you break down the wall to get in.
Well, I do it because I can't always figure out where the bloody chests are. And sometimes it's just easier to break the door down.
Yeah. The other
And
ones
you get loads of building material.
The other ones are upstairs. The other stairs. I've got a shield keg here. That we can use. I dropped a ranger if you've not got ranger.
I picked up a gold MK for the moment.
Let me put this shield keg down to get full fill. And that over chest through here under the floor. Oh, I found a blue ranger now. Cool. Take that in. I'm going to take that instead of the MK. It's a lot better. I just found another shield keg as well.
Cool.
All I need now is a first aid kit or something to heal.
Hmm.
And then I'm
Not shooting at the chicken.
no, there's someone there. Missed me with every bullet. He shot at me like several times and missed me every time. I need to find something for health.
There's a cabbage here if you don't need much health.
No, I meant to carry around with me.
Oh.
I don't need health now. I've got full health. But I just need first aid kit or something to carry around. I only got bandages.
There's some pizza.
I just picked one up. Every time you find something, I always find the same thing. That's weird. I just literally opened the chest and there's pizza in there. I was like, that would do. There's a blue sniper if you want it. I got a purple one.
Coming.
And I'm ready to move wherever we've got to move to. Oh, we're not going to move far.
Yeah.
Don't have to move that far. Just over this way. So yeah, the game...
It could have been...
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, sorry. The seizures and that, there could have been stress and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to explain that moving to Warsaw just made me feel freer.
Yeah, you did say that earlier.
Yeah, it was just... I don't know how everyone knew me in Norton and then in Cannock, but everyone did. It was ridiculous, really. But then, when I moved to Warsaw, just the fact that no one knows who I am, unless I tell them my name or anything, right?
Yeah.
No one knows me, no one gives a crap about me. And then, the fact that I've got public transport and I can get out and about. You know, I can get out of the flat. I can go to different areas and everything.
Because of the anxiety issues that I have, I find it hard to travel. So I can't go on the train myself because I'm afraid I get lost. Yeah. I'm just afraid I don't know where I'm going, or and if I did ever get lost, then my anxiety would kick in big time. Because it's just a fear for some reason of travelling myself.
Yeah.
I don't like going alone anywhere, and I don't like doing things alone anymore. I like to have people there with me, so I can't do anything unless I've got someone with me. Because I feel more safer, and I feel more less alone, sort of thing.
Yeah. I do have to meticulously plan. Right, I do have to plan, and I have to write everything down and stuff. It might be a coping mechanism or something, but I have to write it all down.
Someone coming to us in the water.
And I have to...
Not anymore.
I'm always everywhere early. I always overestimate
Oh,
how
I
long
do
it'll
that.
take me to get somewhere.
I do that. I plan ahead all the time.
Yeah, I overestimate how long it'll take me to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Um,
So say for example, you got to be somewhere on the hour. I always get there half an hour beforehand.
yeah. Yeah, it's more like, say I've got to be in Birmingham for 10. I will estimate that it'll take me at least an hour and a half to get there. So I'll be on an earlier bus and I'll be there half an hour or more before I need to go there.
And then you have to work out the time it's going to take you to walk to the place that you're going in Birmingham.
Yeah,
So
that
like
as well.
you could be going somewhere an hour and a half earlier than what you should be.
Yeah.
And that's the way I work. I always plan ahead and I always get to places early myself.
I always give myself plenty of time to get lost a few times.
It's better that
But
way.
generally I don't actually get lost.
It's a lot better that way.
Need to get his partner down. He got me down. Damn.
I don't understand why there's 3 of them.
I don't get it either.
There was 3 people there just now shooting at us.
Let's come off and do a run. Take a break from it for a bit.
I did a death run last night because I hadn't done one for a few days. Because I've been playing with Commander every day now.
Yeah.
On the night.
Yeah, I need to try and join you tonight.
I missed you playing, and so has he. He's missed you playing as well. But obviously you've been busy, so. Which death run shall we do?
Can't make me jump then. She's in a box.
I've got an hour, so there's a 500 level one there. That looks new. Should we try that one?
Yeah, something that looks new.
That one looks new. We've never done that one before, though. The one I've got on the screen now.
Yeah.
They don't update these very often. You normally have to wait a long time because obviously they take a while to build, so.
There we go. No, I've noticed that myself.
And you've got to expect a few of them to be buggy because it just takes an awful long time to build them. This one's not even started yet.
No. Starts in 72, it says.
Yeah. It waits to see if it gets to 16 players. There's only me and you in here at the minute. I'm just trying to work out where it does start.
Not in there, apparently.
I guess it'll just put us where it starts when it does.
Yeah. It's just nice seeing Warsaw for me. The fact that I can get anywhere.
To be honest, I do actually miss the place when I used to live down there.
Straight out, ruining.
Karen didn't look. She just jumped. And I land right down the bottom now.
Yeah, I did as well the second time. Second one. Oh, missed it again. It set me backwards. Just do it then.
I got all that way then, and the back spike got me. That's one of them where you gotta constantly keep jumping.
Yeah, this she lets you. Really?
It's that end one because there's back spikes as well that get you.
Are I jumping right at the minute?
I did the 500 one yesterday with only like 24 deaths.
Good. I keep missing them. That's what it is. Keep missing the platforms. Oh, she slides off.
So the way I just worked that out, right, is when I jumped on the first one, the spikes go off. When I jump on the second one, the spikes don't go off. And then so on. Every other one, the spikes don't go off.
No, they go off all the time for me.
That's weird.
Hey.
Ashley was like, go Caroline, go. She put my little cheerleader. Yeah, I did put a new emoji. I put llama as my new emoji, but I'm gonna actually change it to a chicken. She said about having a chicken. So I'm gonna change the llama to a chicken. Because the way that the chickens keep attacking us at the minute. So you'll get through these no problem if you stay behind me and don't run ahead of me, because I can just set these traps off now. I'm getting so used to them. It's just those jumping ones you have a problem with, isn't it? Like this one.
Yeah. It's like she doesn't jump far enough sometimes. And then other times it's like, fine.
I almost jumped too far then.
Kind of glitched and slid off. Nope, missed.
So you see this one, right? When you know when you get to that middle bit there, you got to try and jump so you land here. There I am now. And you miss the trap completely.
Sometimes it's not.
You can't always
it's not that
do
I don't
it.
know how to do it. It's just.
It's just that it doesn't work properly, right?
Yeah.
How did I know that was going to be one way you just got to jump over?
East.
Oh, I did too. I completely missed
You have to
it.
jump right at the end of the bar.
Yeah.
Sometimes the numbers get in the way.
It's funny though because some of the ones, right, you do straight off and then I have a problem with them, and then there's ones that I do straight off and you have a problem with them. It works out weird.
Yeah.
Oh god. Nope, yeah, I got wet.
Thank you.
You've got you crossed off. Yeah, I noticed that the numbers get in the way sometimes. And they've done that on purpose. You know. They've put them in the way on purpose. I hate these ones where you got to jump around there.
Oh, I was looking for it and then couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, you got to jump around. No, I don't like those ones.
I can't always do them.
It's not easy. You got to try and flipping angle yourself on an angle. Jump and then press forward as you jump. To get in the other box. I know you've done them before, so you'll do it eventually.
I know I've done them. She's just not making the jump at the minute.
I'm waiting for you anyway because
There we go.
obviously I've never done this one before, so I'm waiting for you.
I set them off and you ran through them.
I went to set them off at the same time as you and I got caught up in them. I've learnt the ways of these traps now though. I mean that over 500 one, I do it I do it straight off there almost.
Yeah.
That is, you got to really think about that one because that's a big jump there. And this one is got to jump straight
If
on.
I'd have got onto the first one properly, I would have been okay.
Some
I
of it
just
is
missed the
about
first one.
There's a lot of it about speed as well. You've got to go a certain speed to be able to get over things.
Knew that was going to happen. Thank you.
Are you joking me? That should not have gone off. Silly to God. Okay, you made that easier for me. You didn't see them there, did you?
No.
You're doing exactly the same.
I haven't. I didn't stop in the middle.
It looked like you just jumped straight through.
No, I did stop. She just didn't jump far enough.
Oh God, I hate this one as well. Why did they have to put these ones in? I did it straight off though that time, because I knew exactly what I was doing. I'm going to turn around and say these ones are your worst nightmare and these are the ones.
It's just when she doesn't... Just when they don't jump properly. Look, I was on
Are
that.
you joking? You was literally on that platform then.
Yeah.
She just falls
And she
off
fell
down
off.
the little Liska.
Exactly.
I jumped straight over it.
Second one she doesn't jump onto. It was a little bit too short.
So sometimes I don't have a problem because when I'm jumping, I'm pressing back slightly and she lands on the platform instead of off it. I think these ones with the rings are quite hard as well. Because it's like a little thin space that you gotta jump on.
Missed 2 sets and have to back up to kill myself. Hey!
You gotta land in a certain place on the ring. Else the spikes get you.
No fair.
So the higher that you land on the circle, the less you get hit. I remember once I thought I could jump on them and I jumped straight through it. I thought I could jump in the middle. Didn't know how to jump on the end.
Ah!
I missed
Stupid
the
thing.
coin now because that just flung me straight over to the next one. And now I slip off it. Jump on it. I jumped right on the end of it and it
There we go.
flew me
That was
straight
what I was
over.
trying to do. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get it so as it would land me on the pole.
I did do that,
It
but
wasn't
I had to go back because it threw me over one of the coins, so I had to go back to get the coin.
I think I half got the coin, but I didn't actually save. The first time as it threw me over.
And then she doesn't jump.
Yeah, mine did exactly the same. She fell over the top of it.
I don't trust these open areas, you know, anymore.
No. No, me.
You get stuck in the most littlest gap.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Got all that space and you choose the most littlest gap to get stuck in. You can see how better I'm getting with these traps though, right? Because I'm just setting them off straight away. This one we can go over the top of when you get over to here. That one we can jump. I'll set that one off.
Thank you.
It ain't gonna do it for
And
me
again.
though, is it? I can set that one off. That's it.
There you go.
You gotta sort of like jump and then go back at the same time. I knew there was going to be something through there. I just knew it.
I had a feeling it was going to be top ones, not side ones, but still. Oh, another one where you got to jump in the right place. Get through the door.
I just realised that. I went smack bang into a wall.
Oh, and you got to crouch as well, have you?
Yeah. Got crouch. I always crouch now on those doors. Could have just walked straight across the side.
I didn't see the side bit.
There's a little bar there that you can walk on.
I just jumped across.
You just have to set the trap off first. That's what happens when you try to cheat.
I wasn't going to cheat.
You try to jump straight through the second one. Instead of setting it off.
I know.
Set the first one off and I'll set the second one off.
Thank you.
Welcome. It makes me laugh when you get actually killed on the most easiest ones.
I know. It's ridiculous.
And then you just jump over the hardest ones sometimes. It's like them ones, right? You gotta really jump right on the edge to get over. You're getting better at setting off the traps though.
When it lets me.
I say you think you gotta go down there, but you haven't.
No, I've seen the spikes.
Help me then.
Well, I did or it did.
You did.
Oh.
I jumped behind you and you sort of like knocked me off of the platform.
Okay.
I hit the back of you and it bounced me back. I landed in the spike.
Oh. And then I go down the gap.
And I just fall off the bar. So with ones like that as well, I have to point my camera down so I can see where I'm jumping.
She's not landing properly. Like she's missing the beams, but she's not going down.
Yeah.
There she is, though.
I was going to say, don't speak too soon. That was my
You
fault
killed me then.
That was my fault. I actually said that when I killed him. Because I'm not expecting you to jump on the top, I'm expecting you to set off the traps like I just did. You was lucky then, that one was about to reset. I like the way that you try it once, right? And then you don't succeed the first time, but you do the second. And then you think, well, why did you do that in the first place?
Yeah. It doesn't always happen like that, but it's annoying when it doesn't. I've been poisoned, I want to die. No, I'm not, I've got 20.
Oh.
I will die if anything else hits me.
Could have told me about the spikes the other side. I just jumped straight in them.
Probably because I didn't see those ones.
What, did you jump straight over them then?
I might have done, I don't know.
You had to jump on the wall and then jump over.
I can't remember now. Oh, nice. And she's doing it again, not jumping in the right place. There, done it. I didn't see that bit until I had actually jumped.
It just makes me laugh how you don't see it and I'll just go straight across it. It's like as if you didn't even see me walk across it either.
Oh, no, fair.
No, I just did the same. I landed in the spikes.
It's landed in the middle, and I should have landed there, but for some reason she didn't jump far enough. Notice I'm not playing yo-yos with them quite so much. The bulb things or
I knew you was going to die on them ones. You always do. Those little blue square pads, you always die on them.
There we go. Yeah, I was just saying that I seem to have stopped playing yo-yo quite so much on the battery things.
Oh. I thought that was
But it's
straight
the spikes
across.
that get me instead.
I thought that was straight across then and I just jumped. Yeah, those blue things, they're my worst enemy in these death runs. Those blue battery things.
Yeah.
They don't like me. She's just jumping straight over that.
Yeah, that's what mine's doing as well. Hooray, I landed. Sometimes you don't get a chance to double jump or anything because by the time you've landed, it's already gone off.
You gotta jump on the highest point.
Hooray.
Did you do it? Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to do it. That's a double jump on the one of them. Or two of them, I can't remember now.
Now it's my turn to be full. Yay! Finally.
Oh good, these are ones that you can stop in the middle. Bouncing just to be on the safe side though. Oh, how did I manage to do that? How did I manage to walk down the gap? Them are usually the ones they end up playing yo-yo with.
Yeah, you don't seem to be having a problem with them now. You just blue platforms that you keep having problems with. More of the ones that you hate.
Yeah.
Them ones are not too bad though, because I think I just was able to stay on the platform. But knowing me, I jumped anyway just to be on the safe side.
The one I did a moment ago, I kept jumping. And I didn't need to.
I jumped on that then and it pushed me to the side.
Yeah, I swear sometimes they seem to do that to me as well.
It like throws your character off to the side. It's crazy. That's one like you have to time it well. It seems that I'm having problems with these blue ones today as well. That's a big massive platform like that and couldn't even jump on it.
No, can't go above it unfortunately. Silly camera angle. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sacrifice myself for you. I bet I could have just jumped straight over that way. Yeah. Thought so. Oh my god! I did not realise that was low as the spikes. You got jumped twice.
So no, I didn't have to. Weird.
My throat is really hurting today.
You've got some honey. Honey and lemon will soothe it.
Never got honey in my house. Don't keep it. Maybe
But honey keeps forever.
Maybe I should start getting some.
Yeah, honey keeps for ages because it's sugar. All it'll do is in the winter it'll crystallise. In which case you just put it in the microwave for a little bit.
I suppose it depends what it's contained in, right?
Generally it's a plastic bottle, but
you still
just
get
like 30 seconds.
Well, here you get it in you get it in a squeezy bottle and you get it in jars here.
Well, if it's in a jar, I would take the lid off while you nuke it. Squeezy bottle should be okay for 30 seconds. And it is literally just 30 seconds at a time to melt it.
Yeah.
But then if it's in a jar, you might be able to scoop it into like a cup or something anyway.
Oh my god. So I get killed just by the bottom ones and then I get killed by them all. I think I've died more times than you this time.
Or if you're drinking lemonade, warm that up for 30 seconds in the mic as well.
I used to love lemonade. I don't drink it so often now. I'm not like a huge fan of fizzy drinks anymore. So I've had three bottles.
I don't really drink a great deal. Fizzy, I mean.
I've had 3 bottles of Pepsi in my fridge for the last 2 months now. That I haven't used because I just don't drink it so often anymore. I'm drinking Oasis at the minute. Oasis summer fruits. I bought the 2 big bottles of them.
9 times out of 10, I've got a bottle of water by me that I drink. Just plain not tap water, mineral water or whatever you want to call it, which could be tap water for all I know. Not much difference really.
I can't get past
so I've always got that beside me. And then occasionally I will have a can or a bottle of pop. It just depends on what mood I'm in and stuff. But 9 times out of 10 I drink water.
No, the Pepsi's still fine actually. It's still fine. It's just in my fridge. I'm gonna be stuck here forever now. I can't get past this trap. I can't jump it.
Why?
Because there's 2 walls in the way. There's a wall and a trap and then a wall. And I can't seem to jump to the next wall. Straight over the trap. It keeps getting me all the time.
I just bounced.
I'm not landing on the wall. I'm landing right on the spike. Trying to jump up the spikes and I'm landing on the actual spikes. See? Every time I jump in the spikes and then jump again, the spikes get me.
I'll see if I can come back to you.
I mean, you went straight past it. I don't know how.
I landed right on the edge and jumped over.
That's what
before
I've
it
tried
went
to do.
off.
But it's still getting me every time I do that.
I forget it turns you around.
Yeah, thanks, Ashley. Ashley's like, you can do it. And then I did it.
Good.
You gotta land right in the middle. But on the edge of the spike, but right in the middle. And then jump quick.
I managed to come all half of the way back to you.
Sorry.
And now I'm going to get back over these.
I would have done it eventually. See, I might get annoyed with I might get annoyed with things right on games. But there's one thing I don't do, and that's I don't always give up. I keep trying. My son now is playing ping pong. Thursday.
Sometimes once you start, you can't stop until it kills you.
That's your fault for saying about it.
I didn't say about it then.
You said, oh, I normally play ping pong. And Aaron.
Yeah,
now it's my turn. It is funny though, it's a lot of fun. To just see cats going backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the game can be annoying, but when we're all together, we do have fun on it.
Yeah.
It's just been so depressive on solos. Solos have got really hard now. But hopefully that will all change come next week. New season comes out. New battle pass as well. So it's like you don't have a problem anymore. You just go straight over most of these now.
Not always.
And then I'm dying on them.
I haven't gone over that one yet.
No, on the other one I died,
yeah.
so. Your turn. Definitely yours, your turn. That's what happens when you laugh at me.
Sometimes with them you get too close to them.
No, I still think that the best moment you had in Fortnite was when you did what you did to the snowman.
Yeah.
When you jumped on the jump pad to the snowman.
Yeah, and he's good, he can fly.
I jumped twice on those blocks.
I haven't got to him yet.
That's when you do. When you do get to them. No, it's surprising how quick 3 hours go when you're streaming. Just flies by.
Jumped on the one, not on the other one. Hey.
Yeah, there has to be one the opposite side, didn't there?
And stopped in the middle, and we should have done.
None of us did. We both just jumped straight over.
I swear I was pressing the jump button.
I mean, or does this seem to be getting a lot harder?
It does seem to be getting a bit harder.
Yeah, it says it's easy. All these jumping ones that are the problem.
My character's just decided not to jump far enough. Now she does it.
And then she jumps straight down there.
Yeah.
You did that easier than me.
Second time.
I died twice on that. You died once. I think the tables have turned up and she's resetting traps off for me now.
And like I said, sometimes it'll let me. Yeah, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Why did you have to put so many of these ones? I hate these ones.
Don't have to bounce, which is good.
I feel like a bouncing rabbit. Well, we're more than halfway anyway. We're on 329 out of 500. Not bad. Oh, look, it's the horrible number. 333.
No, that's 666.
I meant if you double it. You have to double it to get the 666. I got poisoned. I'm not dead yet though. Told you it was your turn. Ping pong time.
Oh. First one sends me backwards, the second one sends me forwards.
You see what happens when you run in front of it? I set the trap off and it kills you. I try to set it off for you, and then you just run in front of it and get caught by it anyway.
Mm-hmm. In a gap again. Keep finding the bloody gaps. I have no idea why, but I keep finding the gaps. I needed that time. It like bends you back.
Oh my god, I did it again. How many times can you repeat the same process? 3 by the looks of it. I just did that 3 times in a row. And jumped down the same place.
Didn't see that one there. Oh good, you haven't got to jump around that one.
I was going to say, some of them you can just walk around. You set both of them off, I'll go walking through and get hit by a third one. And now you get hit by the second one.
I was trying to jump over it and you wouldn't let me. There we go. That's what I was trying to do.
Let me guess, you get straight over.
Yeah.
I tried to jump over and it didn't put me over, it just put me straight into the spikes. Just like that. That was kind of funny because I was standing on the platform and you jumped straight over my head. And then I just didn't see those spikes on the side. I'm going blind, I swear.
Well, that's on the second lot, the first lot I've redone.
Can't go off! Thank you.
poisoned?
Yeah. Because I set the second one off for you.
Uh,
And I got hit by it.
I appear to be stuck.
Oh no, not one of them ones.
He's not setting off the trap. I fell down. The trap isn't going off. Right.
Why is it so hard to get back when you want to go back?
I don't know why the trap isn't going off. It's being weird. You better have done that in your box, cat.
That didn't reset before you did it.
No. I'm in the end one. The very first one.
Yeah, it's broken. Because now it's not going off for me either. And I'm stuck now.
Come off it.
Oh well. Looks like that's the end of that one.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Always has to be one that spoils it, don't there?
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna go. I'll chat to you later.
I'm just dead on time anyway. Dead on the
Yeah,
time
it's
I
fine
finish my
anyways.
stream.
Yeah. Alright then. Bye.
Okie dokie, I'll see you later. Some of them don't work, actually. That's why you got to you got to like accept the fact that there's going to be some bugs in these because they don't always work properly. Right, I'm going to wait till that time gets 2 minutes past because I didn't start till 2 minutes past. So if I wait till 2 minutes past, that'd be exactly an hour. Which then it'd be 4 hours. Right, so I'm going to end this stream here. And I'll be back later on. I'll see you later.